I'm Brendan Banahan of The Internationalist. As a company, we focus on connecting the people and ideas in marketing worldwide through content, intelligence, thought leadership, and collaboration on a variety of platforms. The Internationalist created the concept of marketing makes a world of difference in 2012 before the word purpose became part of the marketing vernacular. This is now one of marketing's most significant callings, making a world of difference through a deeper understanding of the complex dynamics and outcomes of purposeful marketing strategies while demonstrating the importance of the marketing function within the corporation. As part of our ongoing research, called the Internationalist Insight Survey, we conducted a study in 2020 among marketers worldwide to understand more about their sentiments on the evolution of purpose in a tumultuous year.
Most people now choose not to transact with a company or product unless its values resonate on a very human level.
I'd like to introduce Deborah Malone, founder of The Internationalist, to discuss some of the survey results and their implications for marketers. Welcome, Deborah.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's open by tackling a very big issue. Do you think it's more difficult now to be a purpose-led organization?
Well, let me begin by saying that the idea of brand purpose seemed to be quite steady prior to COVID-19. Brands and organizations devoted a lot of time and consideration to what they stand for and also to how they authentically convey that message. However, the combination of the pandemic, the subsequent economic fallout, and the calls for societal change have left many companies wondering if that purpose is still relevant to their employees, their customers, and society at large.
What makes you say that?
Well, we've come to see that most people now choose not to transact with a company or product unless its values resonate on a very human level. That might mean advocating sustainability or rejecting excess or ensuring jobs or aiming to do some form of social good. I believe the pandemic has accelerated the notion that today people want to live with more meaning rather than just with more. And any average consumer wants to feel they are part of making a difference in an incredibly stressful world.
Wouldn't, quote, the idea of resonating on a human level make delivering on purpose easier for brands?
Well, in some cases, it certainly does. Yet our research indicates that the work of marketers is only growing in complexity. According to our recent Insight survey, 41.3% see that the clarity of purpose is a driving force for their work. However, the same percentage find today's issues are contributing to much greater complexity when striving to be purpose-led. Interestingly, 7% of respondents honestly admit that they're simply not sure what to think, and a revealing 10% actually opted not to answer, which just underscores how these overwhelming issues may be causing a wait and see attitude for the time being.
Can you talk a little more about this? I mean, given today's interconnected health, economic, and social crises?
Well, I think the best place to go is the comments that we received because they show a range of emotional reactions about the difficulties on delivering on purpose now. So many admitted that the potential for being canceled, boycotted, or publicly attacked signals that marketing worries are very real. There's a fear that even an inadvertent lack of sensitivity or even an acknowledgement of a particular event by a brand or company comes at a price. Others believe that consumer demands for purpose-led actions are becoming louder and more insistent. This certainly raises the purpose bar for many organizations. There was additional sentiment that consumer-focused entities should pay attention to the communities or countries in which they do business. Others felt that companies should support employee desires to live a certain way. One comment took a more positive approach by saying, I think it's easier now to define purpose because there are so many issues impacting society today. But perhaps it's William White, who's the CMO of Walmart stores, who sums it up best. He was speaking at a recent ANA Masters of Marketing event and said, we are leveraging our size, scale, reach, and power to do good in the world and to be a friend and ally to all.
I believe the next major insight question looks at how the events of 2020 are affecting marketing and its role in purpose. In other words, is it more difficult to express an authentically purposeful message now or build a truly purposeful brand?
Well, in a word, yes. The responses here are more clear cut, as the highest percentage of respondents, 45%, agreed that marketing was indeed more difficult in today's environment. Less than a quarter answered no, signaling that it was not more important to express a purposeful message now. And then there was still a note of ambiguity on the part of some respondents, as 7% were just simply not sure. And that happens when people face uncertainty, especially regarding the outcome of fast changing market factors.
Did this question have any additional comments that could offer a deeper insight?
Yes, we found a concern that corporate messaging does not always reflect reality. People worried about the difference between a company living its purpose versus promoting it. Others noted that some agendas are now being leveraged as purposeful, but they're entirely self serving or simply tangential to true purpose ideals. Many commented on the difficulties brand marketers faced in 2020 by living in a critical social media world where concerns and sentiments travel the planet instantly, particularly when we're seeing more polarized points of view. One sage commenter offered, while marketing may seem more difficult, the message produced, quite simply, needs to be relevant at all times. Manos Spanos, one of our internationalists of the year and senior vice president and CMO of brand marketing for the yogurt business division at Dannon North America, summed it up well with a wonderful sense of optimism. He said, "Marketing needs to stand for positive change. If something is not doable, innovate to make it doable. Growth is difficult, but it can be achieved with the new 4 Ps of today: people, passion, purpose, and positivity. All combined can deliver results, which ultimately means positive change for the world."
That I believe is a good place to come to an end for this section. Thanks very much, Deb.
Thank you, Brendan.
Today's transparent social media environment has dramatically shifted the rules of, quote, doing good business, and marketing leaders throughout the world are evolving to address new challenges and opportunities. The assumption of responsibility, the authenticity of purpose, and the adoption of greater transparency are now critical to how any brand or business plays its proper role in society. The Internationalist Marketing Makes the World a Difference initiative will help to ensure that this happens. Please tune into our next podcast or visit our website. It's theinternationalist.com, but please note that there is a hyphen between the and internationalist. Thanks very much, everyone. Today's podcast was made easy by Rivet 360. For more information, please visit rivet360.com.